Okay guys, how are you? Anywhere, anytime? I hope you all are fine. This is the mathematics exam for year 8, the uh, the Cambridge takers, October 2019. This is paper 2 and the calculator is allowed. The first question, Demila does a survey to find the cost in dollars and the memory size in gigabytes of memory sticks for computers. The scatter graph shows the results of her survey. As you see, she has asked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She has asked eight participants in her survey, and she has labeled the results. Now she's asking what's the most likely size of a memory stick with $8. So this is the price in the vertical line. $8. We think that it will be most likely to be 8 because the other options are higher or too high or too less. So the most likely is 8. Next question, describe the relationship between the memory size and cost of the memory sticks. As you see, the larger the memory size, the higher the cost. So you can write clearly that the larger the memory size, the higher the cost. And even in the real experience, you will buy a higher size with a higher price. Number 2, simplify these powers calculations. Give each answer as a power of 6. When we simplify the powers, as you know, when we divide the same bases, we subtract the powers. So the answer will be 6 power 8 minus 2. The answer will be 6 power 6. Letter B. He needs the answer to be power of 6. So we need this to get 6 multiplied by 6 power 3 multiplied by 6 power 4. When we multiply same bases, we add the powers. We have 1 here, 3, 4, giving 6 power 8. Let's move to number 3. Sophia is a tennis player. The bar chart shows the number of matches she played each year from 2010 to 2014. And number of matches with the vertical line. Matches lost with the gray shade and the dark shade for the matches she won. Write down how many matches she lost in 2010. As you see, in 2010, you need to know what's the height of this bar, the gray bar in 2010, because this is 2010. From 10 to this, if you need an exact, you should put an exact value. So you need to know each square with how much of the values. So the difference is 25 minus 20 giving 5. 5 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares. So the answer will give you 1 match for each square unit. For each unit. So it's 21, 22, 23, 24, and this is 24. And this is 10. So the matches she lost in 2010 is 24 minus 10, which is 14 matches. Write one of the signs. As you see, the first one, this 0 to the right doesn't make the value higher. if we wrote it 0.04, so they are the same. When you compare the second one, when you compare starting from the left, so they are equal, but here we have 4 compared by 0, so this is higher. And this one 4 was 4 0, so this one is higher, is bigger. Okay, by the way, if you put two answer correct, you will get 1 mark. Take true to show which has the larger volume, the cube or the cuboid. As you know, the volume of the cube is the side multiplied by itself 3 times, or side to the power 3. So it's 6 multiply 6 multiply 6. This is paper 2, so you can use your calculator. And the volume of the cuboid equals the length multiplied by the width multiplied by the height. So we have 7 multiplied by 5. You don't have to put them in order. So this is 6 power 3 equals 216 centimeter. You have to give the unit for the volume, which centimeter cube. The volume of the cuboid, you need to multiply 7 multiply 5 multiply 6. The answer is 210 centimeters cube. So as you see, the cube has the larger volume. Next one, number 6. Lily has 7 cards, 3 with circles, 3 with squares, and 1 with triangles. She picks a card at random. Write down the probability that she picks a card that has a circle on it. As you know, to calculate the probability, you need to divide by the total all possible outcomes, which are 7 possible outcomes, as you see, and the specific event that you are seeking for, a circle. How many circles? We have 3, so the probability would be 3/7. Lily is given, letter B, Lily is given 1 more card. We don't know what's drawn in this card. The probability of picking at random a card with a square is now half. As you know, the probability should be divided by the total possible outcomes. When you add a card, 1 more card, the possible outcomes are 8. And to get half, you need 4 in the numerator. So it means the new card, we have 3 squares only, so the new card will be a square. To make them 4 squares over 8 possible outcomes, giving the half. Number 7, factorize 6x plus 12y minus 3z. We don't have any common variables, so we will search for the coefficients, common coefficients, 6 and 12, 6, 12 and negative 3. We can take 3 as a common factor, leaving 2x plus 4y minus z. Number 8, Chen and Yuri both travel to work along the same route. Here is a travel graph showing their journeys. The distance traveled in kilometers in the vertical line. Okay. And the horizontal one with the time. Write down the distance that they travel to work. As you see, they arrive to this point to know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 kilometers. for 10 squares for 10 units, so it's 0.5 kilometer for each square unit. So this is 121, 22, this is 22.5. 22.5. Again, if you want to know the value of this point, you need to count the squares in this area, then divide the difference between them, 5 over how many squares you have, 10, so each squared with with half kilometer. Next question. Letter B. Chen passes Yuri on his way to work. Write down the time at which Chen passes Yuri. As you see in this part, exactly in this point, or maybe after this point by a small distance. So he needs write down the time at which. Okay, as you see the time, we can take it from this part. We have the difference 10 squares for 20 minutes, so each one square was 2 minutes, and exactly between 7:40 and 8 it's 7:50 by a quick solution. But now we know that each square giving 2 minutes, so it's 7:50. Letter C. Chen's journey takes 23 minutes. Work out how much longer Yuri's journey takes. We need now to calculate the journey for Yuri. Yuri travels from 7:20 sorry for this line to this point, which is 8:30. Sorry, 8:30. The time difference is, we need first, as you know, when you want to calculate the time difference, I will use this space, for example. This space 7:20 to the next head hour, we need 40 minutes. Then from 8 to 30 to reach 8:30, the total will be 70 minutes. So the total is 70 minutes for Yuri's journey. 70 minutes. To know how much longer, you need to subtract 70 minus 23. The answer will be 47. Rajiv wants to buy 90 light bulbs. He can buy them from Germany or the United States. In Germany, a pack of 6 light bulbs costs 33 euros. In the United States, a pack of 3 light bulbs costs $18. The exchange rate is 1 euro for $1.1. Okay. Work out how much Rajiv can save by buying his 90 light bulbs from the United States. Give your answer in dollars. Okay, you need first to know how much does it cost him to buy from Germany, then convert them to dollars to compare between the American price and the Germany, the Dutch price by the same units, which is dollars. Then when you subtract them, you will know how much can he save. Okay. For example, I will start with Germany. Six light bulbs with 33 yours. Now when he needs 90 light bulbs, how much does it cost him in euros? You can use cross multiplication. 90 multiply 33 divided by 6. The answer will be 495 euros. Keep this, and you can convert Germany by dollars. The exchange rate is 1 euro for 1.1 dollars. So if you buy in Germany buy this price 495, you will do a cross multiplication to know the price in the the opposite price in the United States. 544.5 dollars. Now this price you will compare to the price in the United States. You will do the same. In the United States, 3 light bulbs with $18. So what about 90? The answer will be 18 multiply 30 equals $540. So the price will be 540 when you buy by dollars in the United States, and the price will be 544.5 when you buy in Germany, also by dollars. To get how much he can save, he can save 544.5, the price in Germany, which is higher. Subtract 540, and the dollars will be $4.5 he can save when he buy from the United States. Write the missing numbers in the boxes to make the statements correct. As you see, it's 15%. You can write 15 over, or you can calculate it by your calculator. 15 over 100 multiplied by 40. The answer will be, this is 60 divided by, I'm trying to do it by without calculator, 6. The answer, so yes, it's clear, this will be 6. On the other side it will be half of x. So now we will make a new equation. The left hand side give us 6, the right hand side 1 over 5 multiplied by unknown number. So now you can do it as an equation. Multiply the 5 on the other side, so x will be 30. Letter B, x here over 100 multiplied by 150 equals 2 over 3 multiplied by 90. You can simplify, use your calculator, and then you can solve it as an equation. This is x. This is 3 over 2, 3 over 2x, and this is 2 over 3 multiply 90. You will do simplifying in the next step. X equals, by the way, you can do cross multiplication and this will be 4 over 9 multiply 90. The answer will be 40 when you cancel 90 over 9, giving 10. 4 multiply 10 is 40. 4 lines are shown in the grid. We have one vertical line which is x equals 4 and one horizontal line which is y equals 4. Draw a ring around the line that has equation y equal 4 as we wrote it's line C. Line E is parallel to line A. Line E is not drawn. It's parallel to line A and pass through the point -2 and 5. This is -2 and 5 in this place. Let me check if I wrote read it right. Line E is parallel to line A and pass through -2 and 5. Okay, write down the equation. Okay, the equation, as you see, it will have the same gradient, and the gradient for this line is undefined, and the equation is x equals the x-intercept that you see here, which is 4. And since the line is passing through this point and parallel, it will go up and down from this with this gradient, so it will pass through -2. So the answer will be x equals -2. Okay, again with better explanation, I need a parallel line here, parallel to this line. So it could be here, 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 but he needs the one which passes through this point, so it's here. So the line will be x equal -2. This is the short explanation for the question. Angelic has some building blocks. The blocks are red, green or yellow or blue. There are 4 times as many blue blocks as there are green blocks. It means when you have 1 green, you have 4 blue. Angelic picks a block at random. Complete the table to show the probability of picking each color. So you have to remember that the total of the probability should equal 1 when you add them all. But we have 2 missing parts. Okay. Okay. When you have one green, you have 4 blue. So the total of them is like 5 parts. So the proportion, the ratio between them, blue to green, is 1 to 4. So the total or the sum is 5. To know the sum, you need to subtract the total probabilities that you have, 0.2 plus 0.05. This is 0.25. The answer will be 0.75. So the total is 0.75. When you divide it to 5, it will give you 15. So each one with 0.15, and the 4 parts would be 0.60, which is 0.6. So the answer is 0.15 for the green and 0.6 for the blue. Guys, if you have any feedbacks about the video or the voice or the explanation or the speed or anything, this is my second video on the internet, so give me your feedback, because I'm sure I'm doing a lot of mistakes, not in answers, but as you know, the process itself with the videos. Okay, Angelic picks 2 blocks at random. Complete the sample space diagram, shows all possible outcomes for the colors. Okay. Letter B, complete the table to show the probability of picking each color. We did it. Picks 2 blocks at random. Complete the sample. Yes. Okay. Red with red, if the first one was green, the second one could be this is green and red, this is green and green, this is green with yellow, this is green with blue. The same, he may start with yellow, then red, start with yellow, then green, or yellow, then blue. The last one, blue, red, blue, green, blue with yellow, blue with blue. The idea that she picks two blocks, so the first one could be red or green or yellow or blue, and with each time when you take the red one, the second one could be red also, could be green, could be yellow, could be blue. So as you see, he did this as a guide for you. The diagram shows a rectangle of length x centimeters and width y. Write down an equation that shows the perimeter of the rectangle is 65. He just he doesn't ask you to prove. He needs to write down an equation with 62 parameters. So the perimeter is length multiplied by plus width multiplied by 2, and the perimeter here is 65, and the length is x, 2x plus 2y, because you will multiply them by the bracket, and this is your equation. If you can simplify it, do it. So 2x plus 2y equals 65. This is the first equation. Write down an equation that shows that the length of the rectangle is 4 times the width. So the length, which is x, let me check if it's x, the length is x, and okay, so the length x is 4 times y. So the answer, you can write x equals 4y, but you can write y equals x over 4. Both are right. Use your equations, the two equations that you got, to work out the value of x. As you know, using two equations to solve them, it means simultaneous equations that you know already how to solve them. The first one is 2x plus 2y equals 65. The second one, which is x equals 4y, you can use x to replace it or substitute it by 4y, so it will be 2. The new form will be 2 multiply 4y plus 2y equals 65. 8y plus 2y equals 65. Now you know that 10y equals 65 and y equals 6.5. He needs x, so you know that x equals 4 multiplied by y, which is 6.5, and your answer will be 26. Aiko has these number cards: -8, -4, -2, 3, 5. Aiko chooses two of the number cards. She multiplies the number together. Find the maximum possible answer she can get. Actually, you will go directly to the two positive numbers, and when you multiply them, they will give you 15, and you will be wrong, because we have on the other side -8 multiply -4. Even they are negative, but negative multiplied by negative number will give you positive number. 8 multiplied 4 is 32. So the answer is 32. Complete the gaps in these statements. The first one has been done for you. Centimeters from millimeters, so you will divide by 10. It would be 4.52. liters to millimeters multiply by 10, sorry. So when you go from millimeter to centimeter, you will divide by 10, and the same here, multiply by 1000 to get 604. From kilograms, the 1870 divided by 1000 to give this value. So when you divide this by 1000, it will give you grams. Sorry for this. When you divide, it will give you, ton. So it's 1.87. So when you multiply this time by 1000 to get kilogram, you will get this value. Write down the inverse of this equation. As you know, isolate x first. It will be x equals y over 2. Then replace x with y, so y will be x over 2, and this is the inverse function. In this question, here are two pie charts showing how students in different groups travel to school. There are two different groups. Ahmed says the same proportion of students travel by bus in both groups, and he is asking about the proportion in the same group. So the proportion is the value of the part over the total of the sample, which is it takes 70 degrees over 360, and the same here, the bus compared by but the same group is 70 over 360, so they are equal. We can say they take the same measure of sectors in the circle, the same measure of angles from the circle, which is 70 divided by 360, or from 360. The diagram shows points A, B, C, and C plotted on a grid. Okay, the D is another point. D had the same y coordinates as A, and CD is parallel to BA. So the first information, D had the same y coordinate as A, so it will be on this line to have the same y coordinate. Okay, and to be parallel to this line, you need first to know the gradient for this line. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have -6 over 3, giving -2. When you move from this point with the same gradient, with each 1 unit you move up with 2, with each 1 unit you move up with 2, you will cut at this point, which is 2 and 3. So the answer would be 2 and 3. The quadrilaterals P, Q, R, and S are shown in the grid. Complete the description of each transformation. Quadrilateral. Which quadrilateral is a reflection of quadrilateral P in the line with equation? Okay, the reflection of P is S. So the shape S is the reflection of quadrilateral P in the line with the equation. As you see, the halfway is here, and the mirror should be a horizontal line, taking the equation y equals 1. So it's a reflection about the line y equals 1. Quadrilateral is a rotation of quadrilateral P by how many degrees clockwise about the point? Which point? Okay, The rotation we have here is P to Q. From P to Q is a rotation 90 degrees. It's clockwise about the origin, as you see when you connect the same vertices and the vertex and its image by same units, giving the 90 degrees, which is the rotation, the degree of rotation. It will give you 90. So this point is the center of rotation. So the answer will be quadrilateral Q is the rotation of equation P by 90 degrees clockwise about the point 0 and 0. Okay, you don't have to write degrees because he mentioned it in the question. The position to term rule for a sequence is multiply by 6. The position is n, so multiply it by 6, 6n, then add 2. It means, as you know, that each time we add 6. So the term add 6. Work out the second term, put n equals 2. So it's 6 multiplied by 2 plus 2. The answer will be 14. Complete the term to term for the sequence. As you know, we add 6. Construct an inscribed irregular hexagon. Okay. Actually, you need to use a compass, but I have only this circle here. Imagine if you have a compass, I will draw it here, then I will remove it. This the vertex, okay, and this is the pencil. You will open your compasses like this. Imagine if you have, you can bring your compass now and try after printing the exam. Okay, you will move the blue compasses to make sure that it's accurate with the radius, it's equal to the radius. Now I remove the lines and use my compass. Okay, now I have adjusted the radius of the compass by the radius of the circle. Now starting, you will put your vertex of the compass here to the green dot, then move your compass here and back to draw this arc. Then the same, starting from this arc, you will do an arc here, then move to the next arc and do another arc here, then the same with the following arcs. When you reach here, it should, yes, it's perfect. Now with your ruler, you will connect them with the pencil and ruler, and don't remove your arcs. You will get the full mark for drawing the regular hexagon. And the only polygon that could be drawn to be inscribed in a circle is the hexagon. Regular hexagon is the only polygon that you can draw inside the circle, and it will be inscribed. Okay, a garage sells vehicles. 40% of the vehicles for sale are vans. 25% of the vans are red. the garage has 12 red vans, so the 12 red vans are 25%. So how many red vans? 100. So when you do cross multiplication, this will be 48. Now the garage has 48 vans. Work out how many vehicles in the garage. Okay, 48 vans are, as he mentioned, 40%. So this is 100% the total vehicles in the garage. So you'll do a cross multiplication as usual using your calculator in paper 2. 48 multiplied by 100 divided by 40. This is 120 vehicles. The diagram shows Hassan's garden. As you read, 1 meter cube of soil has a mass of 1.2 tons. Hassan buys 30 tons of soil. He spreads the soil evenly over his garden. Calculate the depth of soil he spreads in his garden. To get this question, imagine if you have a pool in your villa, inshallah, and dimensions are 16, 20, and imagine this is you don't know if I gave you 1.2 tons for 1.2 tons, he buys 1 meter cube, 1.2 tons. So what if we have 30 tons? It will cover a volume of the garden, which is 30 multiplied by 1 over 1.2. This is the volume. It will be 30 divided by 1.2 equals 25. So the total volume will be 25 meters cube. This is the volume. How to calculate the volume in the cuboid? You need to multiply length multiplied by width multiplied by height. Okay, again from the beginning, if you have a garden with the length 20, width 16, and you need to spread soil, 1 meter cube has a mass of 1.2 ton. Okay, so if he bought 30 tons of soil, what's the volume that it will cover? To calculate it, use the cross multiplication, because this is a proportion operation. You will know the volume should be 25. We missed the height because we know the length, which is 20, multiplied by the width, which is 16, multiplied by the height to give you 25 meters cube that you know. Now the height is 25 over 20 multiplied by 16. 25 divided by 20 multiplied 16. It's 0.078. Okay, 0.078 meters. But he needs the answer. Sorry, okay, I could use this space, but I'm sorry for this. 0.078 meters to centimeter, it will be divided by 100. 7.8 centimeters. The example that I was talking about at the beginning, the swimming pool, as you need to know how to solve the same idea. To get the same idea for this, if you have a swimming pool, okay, and you need to fill it with water, okay, if you have, this is 20 and this is 16, if I gave you the volume of the water, the volume with the price, then I gave you $240, and I told you that each 1 meter cube with $2. So if you bought a water with the 240, what will be the height of the volume of the water in the pool? So this is 240 divided to, you will fill 120 meters cube. So 20 multiplied by 16 multiplied by the height that you don't know to 120, and you will calculate it with the same idea. A solid cube is made from 60 cubes, each with side length of 1 centimeter. The front elevation of the cuboid is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 3. So this is 5 and this is 3. So the so the missing dimension is 3 multiplied 5 is 15. 15 multiply 4 equals 60. So we need 4 cubic to n. Okay, he needs the plane view. The plane view will be 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 4. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with 1, 2, 3, 4, and the same as you see. Write down, okay, the square of a number is 64. So a number square is 64. Sorry, 64. Write down the two possible values for the number. They are 8 and negative 8. We have two lines when we know the equations of them. From using the graph, you don't have to solve it simultaneously. Using the graph, you need to know the intersection, and this is the solution. This point is the intersection, which is 4 and 7, and this is your answer. Thank you for watching this long video. I'm sorry for this. And you have any feedbacks, any comments? I know I have a lot of mistakes, so you can write your comment, and I will do my best next time. See you.